Yeah.
So it sucks, but if you were here legally, you wouldn't have anything to worry about.
But also in the same breath, let's call a spade a spade. They're not doing this because they love their country or anything like patriotic and love America.
For a paycheck.
Yeah. Bag.
They're broke. Something, and you say fuck everybody else. Like, that's fucked up. Like, if somebody else thought that and you just the one that was asked out, you'll be mad as hell.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but if you were here legally, you wouldn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
And it sucks that there has to be a mass deportation, but if you want to stabilize a country that's crumbling, we have to make some legroom. And if you came here illegally, then you're a criminal. You are.
I definitely agree.
The way they're going about it is wild, though.
Not the only thing.
I feel like that's the only option they left with at this point, though.
Because there's a lot of nuance in regards to that, you know.
But see, I agree. The only thing I don't agree with is the fact that, like, from what I've been seeing lately,
they wilding.
No, they're wilding, but
they're rounding up DACA participants too, like people that were placed over this country when they were children, when they were babies. They did not even have a choice to be here. They've been here for 20-something years trying to go through the process, the paperwork, the legality, what y'all want to do.
Reaping the sins of your father or your mama. Because they got here illegally and snuck over the border and had them. Technically, that baby was technically illegally brought into the country before they were born or even when they were a baby. If the mom is illegal and it's an infant or she's pregnant and she's coming over, technically that baby is illegal too because she had no legal right to be in here. America talking about once the baby is after 4 months, that's a human being or that's a person. So technically that's illegal. Even though they've been there half their life. It's still illegal.
And they're locking them lawyers too, right?
I just feel like it's just a lack of empathy overall. That's all. That's all I can say about the matter.
I think it's like, try to go into Mexico or Guatemala and stay there illegally. Like that, they not have.
I mean, I heard Mexico is in the process of like deporting Americans.
Why not? They there illegally?
And at the end of the day, if they do that, I mean, I see a lot of like YouTubers that like, you know, travel and stuff like that. And some of them that are residing in Mexico. And they say, if we get deported, then it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, like we only have visas over here to stay while working. Mm-hmm. I mean, if Trump is doing it and this is a retaliation, I got no choice but to stand by the president's actions because, hey, like the U.S. is doing something fucked up. This is the reaction. Hey, it is what it is. So the fact that the Americans are agreeing with what the Mexican president is doing just out of like, listen, hey, I'm going to give you back your citizens too if you want them. Here you go. Hey, it is what it is.
That's cool.
Now, what about the countries that we're trying to send them back?
There's a mutual understanding there.
Oh, yeah.
Mexico, Colombia.
Colombia is hilarious to me. That shit was hilarious.
How?
They're not.
As in, like, they're not letting them off the plane. They're not letting them off the plane. They're sending the plane back.
Your plane cannot land here.
No. They're sending them back.
So what y'all gonna do, shoot us down?
Well,
because that's just gonna cause war.
Nah, Trump is about to open up.
Didn't he send missiles somewhere?
Yeah.
Didn't he just drop missiles somewhere?
I don't know about that.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Nah, yeah, Trump or he
I'm not
did
sure about
something.
that.
Hold on.
I think it was like a practice or something like that. I wouldn't say because we would have known if something was dropped.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Boy, there's been so much happening.
Yeah, I know. You gotta keep up.
I can't keep up. There's been so much happening in the last 10 days.
I'm tired of Google. and the AI stuff, like everywhere I go, like AI is popping up.
Yeah. AI is crazy.
Oh my god.
Now, but the only thing I don't agree with this whole deportation thing is
they locking up Native Americans.
Well,
where y'all sending them to?
That's crazy.
That's the wild.
So that's actually,
how are y'all?
That's not true. That's actually not true. I actually did a little bit of digging and research on that, and the president of the Apache and I forgot the other tribe. They said they've been like reports, but nothing has really been confirmed. And the most that ICE has done has been asked to see ID, and when the guys in the tribe show their ID, ICE walked away. So that's actually that hasn't been founded.
Wow.
From the Native American
But
tribes.
my thing is this:
residents.
why are y'all even stopping on the native grounds to begin with? This is not even y'all territory to even handle this.
Hey, because
They don't even have jurisdiction in those
because
territories.
you got countries and because you got states talking about some. Oh, if ICE comes here, we're not gonna give them power over our immigrants.
Okay.
That's why, because like yo, they're aiding and abetting criminals.
Trump sent the airstrike to Somalia.
Somalia.
Ordered an airstrike on ISIS leaders in Somalia.
Okay.
That was like a day or two ago.
For the airstrike on ISIS.
It was yesterday.
Well, bomb them niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bomb them niggas, yo.
I'm sorry.
But my only thing is like lately I've seen like in the area, the local area, I've seen a lot of people getting deported, Haitians, Dominican, like, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like I haven't heard anybody from Europe getting deported.
Because they don't even get checked.
Portugal, Italy, like, you know what I'm saying? I know
Because most of them come over here legally.
No.
that's what you might think.
Nah.
No, they
so-
don't. That's
So no.
cute.
So
Threw that out there.
coming from a guy.
That's what you might,
No, they
you
don't.
might
They just
think that,
travel on the
yeah.
plane.
Coming from a
They
guy.
come from a visa, but their visa could go
yeah.
down.
Coming from a guy that's actually worked in ICE detention facilities. Yeah, sure, you have a lot of them coming from like Serbia, Czechoslovakia, Russia, but like it's
Most
a
of
small
them.
percentage of. Most of them are, from South American
Europe.
countries.
Oh,
So the higher percentage is from South America.
Yeah.
And like,
Guatemala, Venezuela.
yeah, the higher percentage.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just haven't found them yet.
It is what it is at this point, man. It is what it is.
We already know what y'all looking for, but we could say
No, one thing.
non-biased at all y'all want.
One thing I love that Trump did, love it, is he created the Laken Riley Act. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
I have not heard of it.
Please explain.
So,
Okay, so Laken Riley, there was this illegal immigrant that got caught twice. He got caught for theft once, got caught for assault another times. Both times, because of Biden's catch and release policy, he got let go. He committed crimes over here, right?
Yeah.
So he went to Atlanta to stay with his cousin, and this 22-year-old college student named Laken Riley went on a jog, and he kidnapped her, raped her, killed her. Right?
well, I think I might have heard about this, but yeah.
Yeah, right. And it was a huge outcry, like it was a huge thing in the media. So because of this, Trump made the Laken Riley Act. During Kamala's campaign run, she didn't want to acknowledge Laken Riley's death or her parents at all, right? But the Laken Riley Act pretty much says like, yo, any illegal undocumented immigrant that commits crime, you're deported ASAP.
Yeah, that was
deported
always a
ASAP.
thing, though,
I
wasn't
thought
it?
that was always a thing.
That was not always.
I thought that was always a thing. Like, you come here,
No.
The administration before that.
if you got a visa or something, you commit a crime, you go straight.
No, like
Home.
no, that's like visas. That's visas. That's illegal. But he's talking about illegal undocumented immigrants.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They
I thought that was in the same field. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
even-
that makes
'cause-
sense. Why was that not
That
a
wasn't
thing?
a
He's
thing.
here
I'm like-
illegally, first of all.
'Cause I remember-
Why would we not send him away if he's doing crimes?
Especially with like the Biden Harris
that-
administration's catch and release policy. Like especially with these sanctuary cities.
That makes no
and shit.
sense. For him to commit a felony, like
Because I remember, because I know probably you guys don't watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, but there was like this big controversy of one of the wives and her husband having like embezzled money or whatever, and her husband is from Italy.
Judice?
I think so.
yeah.
I think so. So like they were indicted, and
him and her.
him and her.
Oh,
so
God. 'Cause that's
I
his wife.
believe
They
one of-
together.
Yeah, but he had to do his sentence first. But after that, he has to be deported back to Italy, so away from everybody. So once he was deported, then she had to stay and do her time. So at least somebody's with
had
the kids.
kids?
They had
Okay, got
children. So one person, they weren't in jail at the same time. So
Yeah.
somebody could be with the children.
Okay, that was nice
But
of him.
right before he was deported, that's when she went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the kids went to Italy with him.
No, they stayed at home, I think, with the grandmother or something until she got out, because I think the wife only had a year and a half. But she
Okay.
did time serve, so it was like less than a year.
Okay.
But still, like, that's why I was just confused, because that happened before Biden and everything, and he was sent back. So I was confused in regards to that.
But he was a legal immigrant that embezzled money.
Yeah.
He
So
was
that's why
legal.
I'm like, I know he's an immigrant, but he embezzled money. So like he had to go back after he served his time here.
Yeah, like, if
so
you
that's why I'm
commit-
like, I didn't understand. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah.
under
Nah,
the same
that's-
jurisdiction.
Gotcha.
Nah.
That's
And
So that's why I
5
was
years
looking
ago.
like,
Also with the Lincoln
why is
Riley-
that not already a thing?
And also with the Lincoln Riley Act, you know how like Biden, Eric Adams in New York was begging the Biden administration to do something. Now, if if something happens, if illegal immigration gets this bad again, and the government doesn't do anything, states can physically sue the government, and this is going on forward
Wow.
for years past Trump's presidency. So I was like, yeah, he did his big one with that one. I ain't even gonna lie, like.
Yeah.
You ain't feel it?
Nah, I'm not opposed. Like, it's a bittersweet and a sweet bitter thing. Like, there's good in all of these things that's happening, but there's bad, and
Yeah.
because it is heartache. Like, it's heart wrenching. It's a lot to deal with, but you gotta understand that there are consequences for actions.
Yeah.
And just because they're getting hit with the consequences, it's hard to have, like, you can have sympathy because you're like, you don't want to see nobody teared and ripped away from their family. Like, of
Yeah.
course, that's going to pull on your heartstrings. But if you did a crime, like, because if somebody just walked in and killed one of our kids,
Yeah.
and he just walking around free, we want justice for that, right? So what I think a lot of Americans are missing is that it's not that there's a lack of empathy or that we just don't have no heart for these people that are being taken away or being deported. But when you look at the stability of the country,
Yeah.
and how they cater more to immigrants than they do to the actual
Actual
citizens,
people, yeah.
and then you got, I'm not a fan of Trump, but you have somebody like him and his arrogance coming in and trying to cause some structure. Everybody is just blind. I feel like a lot of people are blinded by
By
who,
the empathy, yeah.
by what they're doing, blinded by the empathy, and it's like, well, there has to be something. Everything
yeah.
some of this is gonna hurt. I think I said this before. Like, if you want a more stable country, if you want more of our resources back as Americans, then you have to understand that some of this stuff that needs to happen for us to get that is going to hurt, because we have integrated into these social norms that some of us have been with our entire lives. So it's like, it's going to hurt. It's going to be an adjustment. And that's why I said, buckle up.
And then one of my favorite.
I ain't saying I agree with everything he about to do, but buckle up.
mean,
I'm not surprised by anything
I
he
agree
does, though.
to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you commit a crime over here and you're causing ruckus in the community, yeah, you need to go do the time and then to go back where you came in regards to that. But to people that pay taxes, do all these things, doing things the right way. Even why I was talking about the DACA participants, let's
That's
be
wild.
real.
Yeah, that's
You're
wild.
not, like, at the end of the day, your parents bringing you over here while you were 4 months old is not really your fault. It really isn't. Let's be real.
not.
That's not, and it's fucked up to say.
But they
So-
would immediately deport us, or worse, if we did that to another country. They would not have any sympathy for us either. Like,
But that, I mean, I understand that, and that's cool. Does that make it okay? No. Like, that,
It doesn't
that's
make-
cool. It don't make it okay, though.
that's the thing. Like, it don't make it okay that their parents snuck over here
Yeah.
illegally and now are contributing to taking resources away from the actual citizens of this country.
But if they're
To the
actually
point where the
contributing
actual-
to society, what is the point of that?
Okay, they're contributing to society. They're still broke the law.
no statute of, like, if somebody that murdered somebody, there's no
Like,
statute of limitations on that.
If somebody broke into your house and started cleaning it, that don't matter. Get the fuck out of my house. Like, you still broke into my house, even though, like, it's clean. Thank you for cleaning it, but get the fuck out of my house now. Like,
I mean, like I said before, like, there's nuances with everything, but like just blanketing everything and shipping everything back without any type of like any type of like going
is like
not without checking people's paperwork twice. There shouldn't be any type of veterans being rounded up ever. So for people to not even do the proper paperwork in regards to that, it's kind of a nuance. That's nonsense.
Is there a spectrum of racism in these raids? Of course, 100%. But like, yo, when you got counties and states saying, yo, we're not going to cooperate with ICE, they're not going to touch our migrants, they're not going to touch our illegal aliens. It's like, yo, what choice are you giving the Trump administration? What choice are you giving to?
I mean, they already going up to the schools and disrupting our children.
Yeah, like going raiding the schools is wild. Like the house,
I already told you
offline.
So.
But the schools, like that is so wild.
And
raiding the schools is crazy.
And everybody could protect the children. Everybody cares about the damn kids, but like you're doing this in front of the kids. You don't think they're traumatized by this shit?
Yeah, they definitely traumatized.
Like fuck that.
They'll be all right.
See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. You give a fuck about kids when they're getting story time by a fucking drag queen, but God forbid they get fucking free lunch. They're like, yeah, fuck that, fuck them kids.
Free lunch is cool. Yeah,
but literally Kamala Harris's running mate was giving out free school lunches, and you said fuck that guy. So I'm like, yo, you don't give a fuck about that. You don't give a fuck.
He was a fucking creep. He was a weirdo.
But you know, because he was providing school lunches. Fuck that guy. He was a creep. So fuck that guy.
Oh God.
Now, yo, I wanna pivot to
selective outrage.
I wanna pivot to like a lighter note, right? And then pivot to.
Didn't Mark have a question? I don't know if I was
pertaining to
answer this question.
Oh wait, wasn't about what we just talked about, right?
No.
It was political though.
Yeah.
You wanted to ask me?
So
yeah, I don't remember. Okay.
Nelly and Snoop Dogg, among a few other black celebrities, they performed at the inauguration.
Yeah.
Whole world was trying to cancel Nelly. Whole world was trying to cancel Snoop because you're not for the people. Why are you performing at this inauguration? And when Nelly gave the interview, he was just like, look, yo, regardless of who's in office, it's an honor to be picked out by the White House in the presidency to perform for them. This was a job. He was not on the campaign trail anymore. The race is done. Like, he won. He is the president. So I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity if they pick me. So being that we have somebody here that worked the inauguration, do you think you a sellout?
That's hilarious.
No. Now, disclaimer, I will say that the role that myself and Nelly have are completely different. But I understand his thinking behind it because I'm not by any means a great fan of Donald Trump, but I have openly said that I don't disagree, nor do I agree with everything that he says. I'm not a fan of him at all. However, no, I don't think that you're a sellout. With Nelly, I feel like he's an entertainer, and his role and his support during a certain thing it's perceived differently. But him and I were definitely both independent contractors. Like, we both were hired by the White House to do a job. Nelly is not a current star, but he's definitely a star that still gets a lot of traction. I mean, them folks turned up for Nelly. I wish I could have saw him. They turn up for some Nelly and Lil Jon. Like, don't like that. What's the song? Yeah. With, oh my God, I've never seen them go crazy like that. That was hilarious. But like an independent contractor. Here's the thing. Like, I work for a production company, so it's like we can build podcast studios, we can build stages, build screens, set up mics, set up, all types of things, and that's what we're being paid to do. Like, the political background of the people that hire us or contract us, doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't necessarily come into play. Now, on this job, were we fully aware of who was hiring us? We sure were. But that's not
Republican
like,
check
yes,
to the
but
bank.
that's different from being on a stage in front of a camera promoting the quote unquote success of a person that you claim you don't have, that you claim that you don't support, right? So that's my only thing. Like, Nelly, I totally get him in saying, like, it's the inauguration. We're American citizens. That is one of the biggest and largest, most like talked about and most watched thing in this country. So to turn down a job at the inauguration is almost insane for any other for anybody. As an American citizen, that's one of the biggest things that you can do in this, like, be a part of in this country.
Like the Super Bowl of politics.
Exactly. It's the Super Bowl. That's a perfect example. It's the Super Bowl of politics.
Yeah.
So to even think about turning down a job like that, you really got to be like, I'm standing on business. Like, you know what I mean? But understand that we are American citizens. So to even be a part of something historical, like for history, until the end of time, my company will be known as the production team for.
You can tell your kids
for a presidential inauguration.
That, I worked this.
Right. Not necessarily proud about the president that was there, but I can say that I was at a truly historical event in my country.
Yeah.
So I understand Nelly's part totally, because it's like, yo, like, he's already president. I ain't necessarily vote for him, but I got asked to perform for him, and I know all these people like my music. They love his music. So, and I know all these people love my music too. So, and it's the government. I'm going to get paid a bag. Like, so, like, I don't know. Now, Snoop Dogg is different. Like, I don't really care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. That's me personally. Some other people in these parties, they take things a little bit serious, a little bit too serious. Like Snoop Dogg definitely was talking about Trump being a goof, and now he is in full support of him. Okay, people are entitled to change their mind. I don't really care, like, because your political background is not gonna make me like you less. Like, it may make me like how hard you riding for a political person or a politician. Might make me raise an eyebrow. It might make me not say certain things around you. It might, you know what I mean? Like, it might make me keep one eye open, but I don't necessarily, as long as you are respectful towards me, I don't really care who you support. Like, I don't really care. Like, I had conversations with so many people who were Trump supporters. Like, there were people working under us that were Trump supporters, and they did their thing. Like, you know what I mean? There was people who weren't Trump supporters. There were people who were independent like me. And I had so many different conversations with all different types of people while I was in DC. So it's like, and a lot of us had to work together. So
what would you say to the people like, hey, Courtney, you're supposed to ride for black people. You're supposed to turn down that bag no matter what.
I tell them kick rocks like I've been doing. Like, that's, I mean, I work for who I work for. So if we take a job, then we take the job. Like, I know my bosses, and you know, there's certain jobs that I know they're just not gonna take. They're not gonna take anything that's gonna take away from their faith and what they believe in and things like that. So like, I have that trust in them to where I know I can be comfortable and know that they're not gonna put me like in a compromising work environment. Or something that would like compromise our faith or anything like that. But outside of that, like, kick rocks. Like, people, first thing people told me, oh, okay, you working the inauguration, blah, blah, blah. You a Republican? First question, everybody had, you a Trump supporter? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I got that like a whole month before I left. Like, so, but it's like, no, I'm not. Like, it's, you know, I'm working. And, you know, they're like, oh, all money is green, but that don't mean you should take it or whatever they say, you know. And I'm just like, listen, a job is a job. If you see me running and storming the Capitol with with Trump signs, then that's different. But working a job, we all work for people that we don't like, that we don't agree with. Like, if you're not your own boss or entrepreneur, you're working for somebody who you could care less about. Like, but guess what? They gonna pay you that money though. And you gonna feed your kids with that money.
Facts.
You gonna pay your bills with that money. Like, you ain't gotta be on the grand inauguration scale. Y'all, we doing it in everyday life. Yeah. Like, people that work in corporate and stuff like that. So like, canceling, like, this cancel culture is a joke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, canceling people because they chose a certain political party is stupid. Like, listen to what they're saying and how they're supporting that person. Then make a judgment off of that. Don't.
I want all y'all to apologize to Cassette Michelle.
Facts.
I want all y'all to apologize.
Because she performed those years ago.
I want all y'all to apologize.
I was never on board with that.
Right.
But also in the same breath, let's call a spade a spade. They're not doing this because they love their country or anything like patriotic and love America.
For a paycheck.
It's for the bag.
They're broke.
Nelly,
I think we all understood that. Well, all these celebrities are broke during the pandemic. You guys are broke. So let's not paint the picture of, oh, I love my country. I'm doing this is such a great honor. No, bro, because if they were paying you $5, if you were like Carrie, matter of fact, hold on, who's this girl? If you were like Carrie Underwood and got paid $0, them motherfuckers would not be on that damn stage. I'm telling you today. Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Little John, all of them will be at home reading to their kids.
Yep.
They would not be here. They did not give a damn about this damn country.
Be in there
Yeah, I would
for $0. I damn sure wasn't gonna be there for $0.
But Carrie Underwood did, sung her heart out, if you will. Yeah. But she sung it. She sung it the best that she could.
Carrie Underwood got the vocals.
Like,
just not for that day. Love her. Love some of her songs.
Not for that day.
Just not for that particular day. Maybe if she got paid a little bit, it would have been like. Ooh.
No, I think that was the.
It was the sound guy.
Yeah, the sound guy.
The sound guy kept on fucking up, but like, you know, that's what happens when.
That's what Omarion said in the verses.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you do stuff for free.
You can't demand stuff when it's for free. Like, you can't demand nothing. Like, when it's for free.
Yeah,
you could barely demand something when you're getting paid. But don't be canceling people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not the fact of canceling. It's the fact of like. Especially Snoop Dogg. I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, you did not F with this man, but as soon as you saw that check, you're like, I mean, I F with him a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, we're okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much
already
my
know where
question
people
right there.
stand.
That was my question. I was like,
Question.
Snoop was talking mad shit before.
Yeah, he was.
Calling
There's a
everybody
video.
Coons, Uncle Toms, everything.
Yeah, but he got an extra zero on top of that. You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Niggas is not that bad.
yeah. So my question was like, what's your price?
Shut your ass up.
If you go against everything that you stand for, what is your price?
Now, see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going against everything I stand for.
I ain't going against everything.
But if I have a company and you hire me to do, you hire my company to do what it's already been doing, then yes. Now, if you tell me to go up there and make a whole speech about how I'm in support of everything that you do, then now that's me going against the grain. Like, that's me going against my values, my morals and things. That's something that I wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. Like, if I had to get on camera and stand on stage next to this dude and be like, yeah, Trump, Trump, I don't know. I'd been like, hey, boss man, boss lady. I deuces. Like, you're not about to have me up here.
In other words,
because I don't support him in that way.
How much would y'all have to be paid to pick cotton?
$0 because I'd rather you kill me off.
Never. I went to the African store on South Orange Drive.
I'm not about to go to that back house to be with that master either. You might as well off me.
I went to the African store on South Orange Drive and they tried to serve me chitlins. And I was like, my slave, like my ancestors have died and fought in civil rights movements. So I would never have to eat a chitlin in my life. I was so appalled. But you know, African people, they eat every part of the animal. So I mean, I wasn't. But I was just
my people died.
I looked him in his face and said, "I am American." Like,
my people died, so we don't have to do this.
You will never find me buying or eating a chitlin ever. Like, yes.
Not a singular one.
My black dollar will not be spent
Yes.
on a chitlin.
I'm
Yo.
sorry. I forgot what I was about to say.
Oh,
But
my
all
God.
in all, let's save all the patrioticness for your mama. Y'all did it for the check. End of discussion. It's okay.
I'll take it.
I don't know. I'm gonna be real. Like,
I like them zeros.
I don't know. If,
Well,
if I got,
we giving you a pass because you working underneath the company. It ain't like, oh, you went
We was
like
behind
sneak
the scenes.
off.
We was behind the scenes
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
so-
I'm like, it's not like you went on your platform and said like the cheese doodle dude, blah blah.
Yeah,
oh, y'all
like,
cool,
no,
and
we
then be
good.
like, hey, Donnie.
Y'all won't even know us.
How
Only
you
the
doing?
administration.
Yeah.
Like, they know our name and they'll hire us for the next one.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, if somehow like the Trump administration wanted me to play guitar at an event, I'd go. I don't know.
We
if I
know
go
you
for
gonna
free,
go,
though.
nigga.
I don't know if I would.
Not for free.
Nigga, we know
I'm
you
not
gonna
doing
go.
nothing for free.
You gonna go.
We know that you going,
He
bro.
I'll go.
His ass gonna
So,
go.
I mean, it is what it is.
Get out of here.
I don't know if I
Definitely
go
go.
for free though.
We
Not
know
for
you're not
free.
gonna go for free, but your ass gonna go.
Then
Like,
you
Nobody's
gotta
going
think
for
like
free.
that's
He would do it for
crazy
free.
exposure too.
He would
I
do it.
wasn't gonna
It
say for
is.
free,
So
but
do it for
so
free.
one of the things,
but not as much as Nelly.
Marvin
You
definitely
gonna
do it
go?
for free.
You gonna go for a couple of
Yeah,
thousand?
like that's crazy exposure. Like we said, we do like
We gonna
that's
go
the,
for a couple of thousand.
That's the Super Bowl of politics. They don't get paid. Artists don't get paid to perform the Super Bowl.
Some things are for
they
exposure.
don't.
No.
No,
yeah,
they
'cause
don't.
it's exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like sometimes you get put in positions to be exposed. Like we got the inauguration job because we did the RNC and we did the debates like before. So like when they called us for the inauguration, it was just like, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. Now, did we want that job? Yeah. Like, but we weren't necessarily expecting it, but we know we got exposed to so many people during those previous encounters
Yeah.
with the party. So it was like, okay, like that's a possibility. Let's keep this on the radar. But like sometimes you get put, you take a job, like because there's many of jobs that I've worked, like that I know what not to do. And when I'm running a business, I know things that I should do. When I'm just like you said, you was in school and you learned so many things about your real estate business. Like that's sometimes exposure is important. Networking is important, and if you know that that's not a space that you agree with or with people with morals that you agree with, then you know that your time there is temporary.
Fact.
Like I knew I wasn't gonna be in DC forever. Like I knew I was coming home. Like, and I was just like, let's knock this out and let's go home. That's it. I ain't staying and
I wish
build the
you-
shop.
I wish you would have recorded some of the after party stuff, but it's okay.
Man, nah.
That would have been a nice
We were
sight to
working
see.
crazy hours. Like it was like no sleep and a wish and a prayer. Like, and you know, it went from outside
Outside
to
to
inside.
inside, yeah.
Like we had to deal with all the production of the events. So like it was a lot like to deal with, like the back and forth and everything. Like it was very chaotic. Like an experience I will never forget, but it was a lot dealing with the ins and out, and it's a lot of long hours.
Would you do it again?
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
I would do it with. I'm not gonna say that on camera.
Say it off camera.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It was crazy out there, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah,
Yeah. Now speaking of taking money and you know, for your own personal gain or whatever it may be.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I feel like he got the evil grin on. What's happening?
No,
Like,
no. So as of recently, there has been so much controversy online because you know the YouTuber Mr. Beast. Well,
think
if you
I know his
haven't,
name.
your son definitely has.
I do.
They're one of those like
heard his
YouTubers
name.
that do very great stuff, but he has a buku amount of money, and he decided to create his own Squid Games called Beast Games. So everybody went through a whole bunch of like challenges to get to the top 10. Now we're at the top 10. And the grand prize is $1 million, right? Yeah. Stay with me. So, there
For
are
one person?
No, it's like
wait, stay with me, right?
Okay, I'm staying.
The consensus of the group, they all discuss, and since they're the finalists, they can come home with something. So they discussed and they agreed that everybody will take $100K from the pot so that everybody will have an even amount of something to go home with, right?
Okay.
So everybody are in 10 houses, so nobody can see what they took or how they distributed the money. First woman that came out of the house, black woman. Keep note, she took the money. She took $100K. They asked, why did you take more? Because they won't know. She said, because I will know that I took the money more.
Amen.
Then
That's somebody's grandmama.
somebody auntie. she was young, but somebody
that's
auntie.
somebody auntie. Yep,
Somebody
There you go.
probably
Me
solo
and the
age.
Lord
So-
would know. Yes.
So the next person that came out, Caucasian male. You see where this is about to head, right?
Oh my
so
God.
Caucasian male comes out. He takes $120K. Okay, a bit egregious, but whatever. There's still money in the pot. Next person that comes out, another Caucasian male. You see where the pattern is heading, right? So this man decided to take it upon himself to take $150K out of the pot, leaving $27K for the 7 people to decide to divide amongst themselves.
650K.
650K, yes.
Dude took 650K out of the pot.
Yep, and his reasonings were, get this, because he has to take care of his family because he has $550 worth of debt. And
Thousand.
yeah,
500?
Yeah, $550,000 worth of debt that he had to take care of, and no one's gonna take care of my family as much as me, blah, blah. Mind you, the debt was there before he started the show, but okay, cool. And of course, he received a whole bunch of backlash in regards to that. And the
I'm
next person that came out
speechless.
saw that there was only 27K left, and everybody just went off on him. And the only thing that he could say is, I have debt, and I'm here to take care of my family, quote unquote.
But that's
And I'm
how
just
grimy
like,
they was in Squid Games. Them dudes was grimy in
Then
Squid
like
Games.
you see the shot of him.
That's
with the money,
wild.
with the money, crying.
Like get the fuck out of here.
Like the
dog.
crying, like you could have let
That
that bullshit out.
Is wow.
And I
Crying
say that,
guilt.
and I brung this up because this correlates to the conversation I had a couple of weeks ago in regards to individualism versus community. And this is why us as a society can't move forward as a community
Yep.
because we have people like them that think about themselves individually.
Yep.
How do you know that the next person is recovering from cancer and needed that $100K
To pay off a medical bill.
But he didn't care because his family comes first.
That's wow.
And you know what that debt was? A fucking mortgage.
A 500. You got enough money to buy a
mortgage.
$500,000 house.
Mind you, he
But
got the
you-
mortgage before the show started, so you was okay
my
to make
point
the
exactly.
payments.
You got enough money to have a $500,000 house, but you don't have enough sense or money to.
He just wanted this fresh start for
hate
him and his family.
I hate people.
But
I hate
like you guys said off a line, yeah, you thought I wasn't gonna catch y'all in the drift. Y'all said, I
catch
would have
me.
done the same thing.
Oh, catch me.
But
I was
here's
waiting
the
for this.
thing.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for my turn. I
But,
was waiting for my turn.
but here's
Yeah.
the thing about it.
Yeah.
Speechless.
You would be sick as hell if you would have came out that house and it was only like 10K left. You're like, what the fuck?
Nah, peep game no. Peep game no.
Or
If I
there
came out
was
the
0
house-
left. You're
if I
like,
ca- Nah,
what
peep
the
game
fuck?
no. Peep game no.
If you did all
if
of
I
that.
came out the house and I only got 10, 20 grand,
I'm beaten.
it's more than what I started with. Number one.
But here's the thing. What if it was 0?
Well, I
You
came
got
there with
here
Yeah,
zero.
because
I
it
came
was
there with
7
zero.
people left.
Yes.
But I
So
came
how
there
they
with zero.
splitting 27K? Like
But I
everybody
came there
getting
with
5
zero.
grand to like 3 grand and some change.
It's 3 grand more than I had.
That's true, but
But the morality of it, you could have had more if everybody participated
I get it.
as a community instead of thinking about themselves.
I get it, but
that's the point of
Peep
the
game.
social experiment.
As an experiment. But yo,
And
did
y'all failed miserably.
they know each other before this?
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That
I'm sorry.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm taking the
nah.
fucking money. I'm taking the fucking money.
I'm
This is
I'm
why we
taking the
can't
money.
move
You would
forward
have took
as
650. You would have took majority of the money.
You
I
would've
ain't
done
take all that shit. You lucky I ain't take the whole damn pot. You lucky I ain't take all that.
Yeah,
shit.
I
I'm
don't know.
saying.
I don't know if I'd have taken the whole thing.
Nah,
I'd probably taken
when you was
300K.
talking offline, it made
I
it
don't
feel
know
like you
y'all.
was taking at least
I don't know y'all.
majority.
I'd probably taken like
Wow.
If I
300.
knew you, if it was you guys and I knew you, look, we could split it. If I don't know you,
That's
I'm sorry.
100%
But yo,
wow.
if you got something going on, we could talk offline and I'm gonna give you some money.
But that dude wasn't trying to hear all that, though.
wasn't.
He
But I'm
wasn't
saying-
trying to hear all that. He said, I got to take care of me and mines, a.k.a. mortgage
I might
that I
do like
signed up
300.
my damn self.
Yo, you and yours.
And
is
then
first.
to even take the exact amount for the mortgage, you took $100K over that.
Because he needed to get his life together.
Because apparently, you know, like you was okay with signing that shit up before the show even existed.
my
Your
God.
life was okay before that.
But you know what it
But
is?
now,
Like
it's
if you go to the show, like you don't know what the other person's gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you to the punch. I don't know what you're gonna do.
But if everybody see, this is why I say, apparently in America, socialism is a bad word, but apparently that is the direct display of capitalism right there. Just taking what's not even fucking yours to begin with, capital, not even yours to begin with, and saying that is yours, and oh well, fuck everybody else
And
because you
telling-
should have got it
and
first before
telling
me.
lies and telling lies to people like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that.
I'm self-made.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. With money that that was never
look.
yours to
Well,
begin
that
with.
that part is different. Like the whole like I'm self-made, whatever. Like that's different.
That's different.
But if I go on a show and like we all gonna leave with something that we never came with,
Well, not them now.
I might.
Like,
what they get? What they leave with?
what's 27,000 divided by
By seven.
By
I think it's-
seven.
I think it's three.
Like, yeah, that was like, it's
3K.
like 3 something. Like,
3 is some change.
But guess what? It's more than what you had.
it's
when you came to the
3,000.
show.
It's almost $4,000.
It's before-
$3,857.
It's before. It's before. You know what I'm saying? When you came to the show, you didn't have none of that.
You say
It's more
that
what you
now,
had.
but like if you're in that situation, you would have been
100K.
pissed. 100% you would have been
100K
pissed.
would've-
I'd be pissed because
Yeah,
it wasn't
exactly.
in my pocket.
So I'm
100K
just
could pay
like,
for
come
my
on.
dad's nursing and all types of stuff. Like,
And
I
I'm
would
like,
be
and
pissed.
some white dude fucking
pissed.
snatched that right from under you just because he needed to pay his fucking mortgage? Fuck that. Fuck all that.
How
Like,
you got a house that's $500,000?
It don't matter.
Because he robbed somebody else before he got on the show too and got that house.
It doesn't matter how you got it.
Oh my
Your debt is your
God.
debt.
Yeah.
So he
That
should have
is your
kept
debt.
that debt and not take more than what was allotted.
So
He should have. Because
so you
your
feel
debt
like
is
you
not
should-
anybody
But
else's
no, he
problem,
didn't-
right?
He didn't take more.
Your
than
debt
what-
is not my
he didn't
problem
take
either.
more than what was allotted. $1 million was allotted. He only took 650,000.
See, you trying to use word salad, nigga, and you pissing me the fuck off. Like, come on,
Nah,
Word salad is
It's,
crazy.
it's the way it is though. Your debt
Like,
is not
you
my
like
issue.
mixing shit up. Like, come on, you know.
Yeah, but he
exactly.
made it
'Cause you know
everybody
daggone well
else's
you be
issue when
sick
he
as hell
didn't
if they
share the
took
pot
that
with
money
them.
from you too. Like, y'all would have been sick as fuck.
He made
I'd
it
have taken like
everybody's issue.
300K.
It is what it is. I don't know, y'all.
And I know not to
Fucking
play a
know
game
y'all.
with you because I know
Yeah,
you
we know
shiesty
not
as
to mess
hell. I
with
know you
us.
shiesty as hell,
No,
Mark.
yo, peep game though.
If
Peep
it's
game.
y'all, it's different.
It's different, yo. If I know you, it's different.
I just need to know.
Like,
I
you
need to be
around the
before
corner.
your ass. I need to be before
He
you.
said you were around the corner.
You around the corner, like I could see you. Like I don't know. He don't know them niggas.
And that's why we will not move forward as a community because of thinking like that.
So you're saying 100%, if you was on the show,
I would have took the 100K just like the black woman. We already discussed this.
yo, I think it's very easy to say until we in that situation.
I just feel like
And you look,
very
when
easy to
you
say.
looking at the mill right
It's
there.
very easy to say.
You looking at the million right
I
there.
don't know y'all. I do not know what you're gonna take. I'm about to come up.
I'm just happy that the black auntie got her money.
exactly
And
because
she
I
was supposed to
swear
be
if
outta
that
here.
man took
I
that
would
money
be-
before she did, I would
be
have
tempted.
lost it.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
I
would
would've
be-
lost
I would
it.
be tempted. But if I took anything over what I would take, it would probably be 5 or 10. Like, but
But that was egregious.
Wait,
though.
Temp-
How much would you take?
extra,
No, how much would you take from that pot, from that $1 million pot?
I would take what we agreed on.
You would.
But I said I would be tempted. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I would be tempted to take. And if I did decide I was gonna take something, it wouldn't be nothing crazy. It would have been like 5 extra K or something.
But look,
like,
look,
hey, I could throw in the cut.
When we go on
5
the show,
extra K.
When we go on the show, like you're gonna 100% know I'm that guy.
And I'm be like, Solo, take all of it so they could be mad at you.
No,
and then
look,
just
I'm not
Give
gonna
it
take.
some.
I'm not gonna take all
You
of
said
it.
we can have a
Nah,
conversation
you
off
already
camera.
said if you you was the first, you was gonna take the whole meal. You already said it. It was already in the end.
Listen. I said you would be lucky if I didn't take the whole meal, but I'm not gonna take the whole meal. But the thing is,
The fact that
if
you
there's
took
7
more than the 100K, you
I
still
don't
a
care.
dickhead for that.
Yo,
You still a dickhead on your forehead for that.
Nah, peep it, yo. If there's 7 of us, I might take 300.
Yo, I say
You still got dickhead on your forehead for that. I'm sorry.
I don't care about the dickhead shit. I'm gonna let you know before the show. Like, look, you guys can vote whatever you want to vote. I'm about to come up.
Well, at least, first of all,
Don't let me go first.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
You going
At
last.
least you actually
go last.
said something about it.
Yeah.
Them, it's like
They
you
were
saying,
lying.
yeah, they were lying. If you're gonna lie, say it to our
Hey,
face so we know
look.
how to move and move this nigga all the way to the
gotta-
fucking
you gotta
back.
do it.
Move me to the back.
Or have the
I
first
don't know
person take
y'all.
the meal and
I don't know
actually
you, I don't care.
distribute
I don't know y'all.
it to
I don't
everybody.
know y'all honesty. Fuck. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Or
Or I would just take the meal
I'm
not
just
saying
and
nothing
divide
about
it
the show.
evenly because I don't trust y'all.
I'm
As
just a
you can
Christian.
see, I don't trust your black ass and I don't trust your black ass.
Yeah, we can't.
So
we can't
yeah,
mess with
don't
us
trust
as a
me.
society.
I got you, Lex. Don't worry.
No, but yo.
That's why we need to be the first two. I need
Nah,
my
no,
100K because I
I'm
don't
right
trust your
behind you.
ass
Where
and
Lex
your
at? She in the
ass.
front. I'm right behind her.
Exactly.
I
I
think
don't
this
trust
line.
none of y'all.
I think it's very, very easy to say until that money is right in
Till that
front of you.
money
It's
is
very easy
right
to say.
there.
It's very easy.
It's
to say.
easy to say when you have an
I've
empathetic
had
take
spirit.
money
the whole
in front of
thing.
me that I
If you don't
that
have
I
an
have not
empathetic
touched.
spirit-
I'll take like 30%.
That's still more than
See,
what's
I'm not-
allotted.
I'm not
But
talking
okay.
about like stealing money. I'm not talking about like stealing money and you go against your morals. I'm not talking about stealing money. But if you have an opportunity,
To
What
take
they
more
say-
than what you agreed on.
An
And
opportunity.
it's not illegal.
why wouldn't
It's
I?
not against the rules.
If I don't know you,
Ethically, it's wrong. Like,
Well, I'm a
like
wrong-ass-
ethically, is fucked
said,
up.
I'm
Nah,
never
so this
gonna
is my
ask you to
thing.
Yeah,
I'm
dead
not
ass.
mad at the 120. I'm not mad at the $150. But the 600?
Hey,
No,
Hey.
the 200K really pissed me off. Like,
Like-
if it was 110, I would have been like, all right, that's still fucked
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
But all right,
I do 1.5.
But
I
yo,
do
you was
110.
you was fucked up for that. Like,
He
nah.
took majority of the money. That's the thing. Like,
And
you
I hope
didn't
his ass
account
get
for
jumped off of that.
And
I hope he get jumped.
showed what type of person he was, because it's like you didn't account for nobody else's struggle.
Nobody-
Everybody done went
because
through
y'all
what
don't
you went through
care.
to get here, and
Life
it's like
is real.
Clearly, he didn't care.
I'm
but
convinced you don't have an empathetic
Life
gene in
is
your body. I'm
real.
confused. I'm
He
convinced.
got to. He got a girl. He got to.
nah, but
And it's a
That's
very
the only
low
hope.
amount.
Like,
That's a very
I-
low.
like,
empathy is totally different when it comes to that whole situation. Empathy
Yo.
is totally different, yo.
I don't know.
Empathy is different. Like,
Because you would think about it a different way if you truly had empathy within your heart and spirit. Like, you would think like, damn, what if somebody else was in a fucked up situation?
Just
We
like
all
me.
have an opportunity to get something, and you say fuck everybody else. Like, that's fucked up. Like, if somebody else thought that and you just the one that was asked out, you'll be like, you be mad as hell. Like, come on.
I'd be
Let's
mad.
not act like you would not be mad
I'd
as
be
hell.
If I was the
I'd be
last
mad.
I'd be
person
mad.
and I went through all of the stuff that everybody went
Everybody
through,
else went
and
through.
I got nothing,
I'd be mad,
I'd be pissed.
but I could respect it because that's the name.
No,
of the game.
you're not gonna respect shit,
I be
nigga.
mad. I be mad.
You be out of 100K. You be like, fuck you and your mama. That's what you would have been.
Listen, I told you.
You
I
would have
would
been
be-
like that. Come on,
I
like you
told
don't
you-
have to bullshit with us now.
First of all, I just told you I'd be mad. I'm not bullshitting at all. I told you I'd be mad.
That's what I'm saying. But the respect
nigga, if
part,
I
you
go
would not.
first-
You'll be like, hell nah.
Fuck you first. Fuck y'all. That's the way it is. I tell you
I
before the
cannot.
show even start. Don't let me go first. Do not let me go first. Do not let me go second either.
Oh my God.
Don't let me go first. Don't let me go second.
I would have
You
been
gotta struggle?
if I was that
Fuck the
black
struggle.
woman. I would have just
Yeah.
took the whole million and divided amongst everybody because I would have been like, here's your 100K
Mr. Beast
because
ain't
I
gonna
didn't
never
trust
be
you.
able
Here's
to
your
do that
100K
again.
because I didn't trust your
Yeah.
ass either. Here's your 100K because you shiesty as hell. Here's your 100K and I hope y'all have the day that y'all deserve.
Hey.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay. Because I knew your
appreciate it.
because I knew
would
your ass
take
was gonna
that
take the whole
and
thing. Here
have
you
a
go.
bodyguard outside because y'all not jumping me for this bread. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Mr. Beast ain't never gonna be able to do that again. You right.
Hell
Yeah,
no,
I'm
you
saying
know,
he's never
I'm like,
gonna be
off
able
of
to do
his
that again.
Caucasian ass,
He's
he's
gonna-
not
he's gonna
doing
do
that
it
shit
again.
no more.
It's a good experiment.
To show that
It's
people are
definitely gonna
fucked
happen
up.
again.
That's
It'll happen
great.
again. It'll happen
It
again.
showed that people are just fucked up individuals,
clear
and we will
people.
never get to socialism
The
because
clear
of,
people are messed up, man.
Nah,
It's
but yo,
crazy.
I don't think so. Like, I don't think it's really messed up, to be honest.
because you are brainwashed to thinking that is okay. And
I'm not
that's-
brainwashed. I'm not brainwashed. I just know.
We live in a capitalistic society to where we think millionaires and billionaires are supposed to get tax cuts while we're paying the majority of taxes? You don't think we're indoctrinated into some type of brainwashing activities to think that shit is okay?
The more money you make, bro, the more the government take.
You'd be surprised they ain't taking shit up there.
The more you tax.
They taking money from them. They are.
The more you tax.
The more you make, they're taking money from them, bro.
Yeah.
Once you look at them books, you'll realize, I'm like, yo, they're doing a whole bunch of hoops.
The problem is that
so they
when you
can
making
get out
so
of that
much
shit.
money, when they start taking the chunks, it don't matter because you got so much of it. That's why it don't seem like it
but I don't want
phases
to go back to
them.
politics.
Don't put. No, we were doing good.
Where we at?
We were
Where
doing
at?
good. We were having a good conversation. Don't do that.
Where we at? We on me?
Because you could have done that before I started about this game show shit. You could have said that.
Nah, but like what you said was a segue, but I ain't even going.
Oh God.
Now you got to pin it for the next episode. Come on, man.
Yeah,
we was having a good time. We about to talk about football the next episode. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
The moral of the story is, if I don't know you,
Don't trust strangers.
and we ever put in a
Moral
situation
of the story
like
is
that,
do not trust Solo and Mark in a
Yes.
game show.
Yeah.
Do not
Don't
trust
do it.
them
do
at
not put
all.
me first. Do not put me first. I
Don't
promise you, don't
do
put me
it.
first. Don't do it. If I don't know you, I don't care about your
Moral of
drug
the
struggle.
story is
If I'm
we
there
will not
with
go
you,
ahead.
Don't care about your struggle.
I'm putting you first so you could get all of that and we split it amongst us.
And I know when we go on the show,
Nah, I'm gonna get my 100K first, and then you gonna do all that hoopla. I'm getting my shit first because I don't know what the fuck you on.
It's gonna be this person struggled, then I know another black dude is gonna be like, but we were enslaved, and nigga, I don't want to hear about none of that.
Damn.
Listen, that got nothing to do
See,
with that.
this is a prime example of how our community cannot
Yeah,
get
I'm
forward
next.
because you
That
said
got
fuck the
nothing to do
black
with
man.
it.
You
You go
said fuck the
third.
black man.
You and Mark go third and fourth. Me and Lex going first and second.